2 incomes. Combined household of $130,000 a year. No credit card debt, a mortgage they're actually paying down. 2 kids in school, 1 modest SUV. And at the end of every month, less than $800 left over. That's not a spending problem. That's not a discipline problem. That's a math problem. And today, we're going to solve it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which of 5 structural drains is eating your paycheck every month. And I'll tell you right now, it's probably not the one you think.
Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to start with what $130,000 actually lands in your bank account after the government takes its share. Then, we're going to walk through 5 costs that have quietly restructured themselves over the last 5 years. And then, we're going to meet a specific Canadian couple and watch their money disappear in real time, line by line. This isn't about cutting your morning coffee. This is about understanding why the system got more expensive while your raise stayed the same. Let's run the numbers. Start with what most Canadians never actually calculate. $130,000 combined gross household income sounds like real money. And it is. You're above the Canadian median household income, which Statistics Canada puts at roughly $100,000 for couple households. But gross income is a lie. Not a conspiracy, just math. A household earning $130,000 in Ontario, split as $75,000 and $55,000, takes home approximately $98,500 after federal tax, provincial tax, CPP contributions, and EI premiums. That's your real starting line. Not $130,000, $98,500. Divide that by 12, and you have $8,208 a month to work with. That number is the only number that matters. Everything else is just subtraction. Now, let's talk about what's been doing the subtracting.
Here's what changed between 2019 and today. Your income probably grew, maybe 15 to 20% over 5 years if you're in a typical salaried role and got modest raises. The cost of staying put grew faster. The Bank of Canada's own data shows that shelter costs for Canadian renters rose over 26% between 2021 and 2024 alone. Homeowners with variable mortgages saw carrying costs spike even harder during the rate cycle. Grocery prices? Up over 21% since 2021, according to Statistics Canada's Food Price Index. Auto insurance in Ontario? Average premiums have climbed steadily, some profiles paying 30% more than 5 years ago. None of these are luxuries. These are the costs of existing. So when you feel broke on a good income, you're not imagining it. The floor got higher. Your income didn't clear it by as much as it used to. But there's more going on, and this is the part most people miss.
Meet Jason and Priya. Jason is 42. He's a project manager at a mid-sized construction firm in Mississauga. Takes home $4,400 a month after tax. Priya is 39. She works in healthcare administration in Brampton. Takes home $3,750 a month after tax. Combined monthly take-home, $8,150. They own a semi-detached in the west end of the GTA. They bought in 2018. Their mortgage renewal last year hit them hard. They have 2 kids, one in grade 4, one in grade 7. They don't go on expensive vacations. They're not buying luxury anything. They have a Netflix account, a Spotify family plan, and they eat out maybe twice a month. They feel broke. Let's find out why. Mortgage payment after renewal, $2,850 a month. Property tax, $380 a month. Home insurance, $195 a month. That's $3,425 just to stay in the house they already own. Groceries for 4, $1,050 a month. That's not splurging. That's Loblaws and Costco and watching the bill climb every single week. 2 vehicles, one financing payment, one paid off but insured, $820 combined for payment, insurance, and gas. Utilities, hydro, gas, internet, phones, $620 a month. That's $5,915 gone before they've paid for a single thing they chose to spend money on, Subtract that from 8150, and you have 2235 left. Sounds okay so far. But we haven't gotten to the part nobody budgets for correctly.
Here are the 5 drains that quietly restructured Jason and Priya's finances, and probably yours too. Drain 1, the housing cost ratio shift. Financial planners have long used 30% of gross income as the housing affordability benchmark. Jason and Priya are spending 35% of their gross on housing alone, mortgage, tax, insurance, and they bought before prices peaked. Anyone buying today in the GTA is looking at 45 to 55% of gross just for shelter. The benchmark hasn't changed, the prices have. Drain 2. Grocery inflation is not slowing down the way you think it is. Yes, the headline inflation number has moderated, but food prices don't come back down when inflation cools. They just stop rising as fast. The $800 a month Jason and Priya used to spend at Loblaws is now $1,050. That $250 difference every month is $3,000 a year. Gone. Permanently repriced. Drain 3. Insurance creep. Home insurance, auto insurance, life insurance if they have it. These have been quietly compounding at 6 to 10% annually in many Canadian markets. Most people don't notice because they autopay and move on. But a family like Jason and Priya is spending $150 to $200 more per year on insurance than they were 3 years ago, and they never made a conscious decision to spend that money. Drain 4. Subscription accumulation. This one they did choose. Kind of. Netflix, Disney+, Spotify, Amazon Prime, YouTube Premium, the gym membership nobody canceled, the app subscription from 18 months ago still processing at $12.99 a month. Individually, these feel like nothing. Collectively, the average Canadian household is spending $200 to $350 a month on recurring digital and service subscriptions. That's a car payment every month on things they barely think about. Drain 5, the invisible tax drag. Jason and Priya are trying to save. They have a joint TFSA contribution, and Priya's employer matches her RRSP to 3%. Good habits. But because their income split means both are in the middle tax brackets, every dollar they earn above a threshold gets clawed back harder. They're not rich enough to have an accountant optimize their structure. They're not poor enough for any relief programs. They're in the most expensive tax band per effort in Canada. Add it all up. Jason and Priya are not making bad decisions. They're absorbing 5 systems that reprice themselves around them while their income grew at a slower pace. That's the real reason they feel broke.
So what do you actually do with this? 3 recalibrations. Not budgeting tips, recalibrations. Number 1, calculate your real monthly number. Not your salary, not your household gross, your combined monthly take-home after every deduction. That is your operating budget. That is the only number that matters. If you don't know it exactly, find out this week. Number 2, run a cost of staying put audit. Add up every cost you pay simply to maintain your current life. Housing, insurance, utilities, groceries, transportation. Don't include anything optional. If that number is above 75% of your take-home, you don't have a spending problem. You have a structural problem. And cutting lattes will not fix a structural problem. Number 3, find your one structural drain and address it. Not 5, 1. Is it the housing cost ratio? That's a longer play. But refinancing, rental income, or a move to a lower cost market are real levers. Is it the subscription pile? That one you can fix this weekend. Is it the insurance creep? Call your broker. One lever at a time. The goal isn't to feel like you're sacrificing. The goal is to understand where the money actually goes and to make deliberate choices about whether you want it going there. Here's the thing about Jason and Priya. They're not behind because they're bad with money. They're behind because the cost of a stable Canadian life increased faster than their earning power could absorb. That's not a personal failure. That's an economic condition. The difference between people who get ahead and people who stay stuck is usually not discipline or sacrifice. It's clarity. Know your real number. Name the drains. Pull one lever.